Many of you have seen an application called Sunsama, and today I wanted to show you around some of the best ways to use it productively to get more done. I'm going to dive through all of the aspects and all of the productivity techniques that could be helpful in an app like this and how to actually use them. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Sunsama. If you're interested in checking it out, you can find it linked below, and that's the best place to get a 14-day free trial. Get started straight away. I love Sunsama. It's an app that I've used in the past and found it great for zooming out and managing your own tasks. So here we are with Sunsama, and if you're not familiar with it, it has changed a little bit in the last few years. And the first thing I want to start with is the concept of capture. It's something that David Allen brought up a lot in Getting Things Done, which is a fantastic productivity book. And it's also a really valuable thing when you've got lots of different things in your mind. Now, I have always struggled with something called open loops, where there's loads of different things that crop up, like ideas, links, inspiration, and even tasks that are being thrown at me on email. And sometimes I really need a place to capture them. So that is why being able to capture stuff in a smarter way is very, very helpful. So inside of Sunsama, there's a feature called backlog. Now, they've really updated it since last time I even checked it out. And you can see here that you can either add a task to today or a future day if you have a due date in mind, but you can also add it to this new area called someday. Now, if I hit add task, what's going to happen here is if I put in something that is very specific, like maybe go to Spain, that's a someday, right? It's definitely something that I maybe want to do someday, but I need to be more specific about when that is. So I want to do it maybe in the next quarter. So I'm going to put that in the next quarter, and I'm going to enter it into my task list. So as you can see, it's added into someday in next quarter. And this is really good because I can click into this task and I don't actually have to if I don't want to do anything with it straight away. But the one thing I can do is if I want to make this more actionable, I can go and press a due date, add subtasks, and be able to build it out from there. So this area is really effective if you've got lots of different things on your mind that don't particularly have a due date, but don't need to be sat in the inbox. This backlog area is for things that you want to achieve across the year, but you also don't want to flood your inbox with them. So zooming out to planning your day ahead, sometimes we get sort of stuck in our head about the planning fallacy and things sometimes taking a lot longer than they do. So one of the things that you can do inside of Sunsama is add a task. And in this case, I'm going to put write report. And as you can see here, it's given a set planned time. And this is a recommended time of how often or how amount in time they think it's going to be able to complete. You can modify this if you wish, and giving it a little bit of an extra time can sometimes help with that indication. And obviously, it's going to learn about you over time. But if I go ahead and add it to my task list, I can then do something where I can use the AI to help project that into my calendar. Now, this is helpful because it's automatically positioning all of the things that it knows about you, like, for example, when your typical working schedule is and when you tend to switch off and shut down. For example, you can see down here, there's got an indication of when I finish work for the day. Today, it's changed a little bit, so I'm going to move it to 4 p.m. And as you can see, nothing changes because I don't have many tasks in. But once I add more tasks in, it will then adapt to that, which is really helpful. So as you can see, this is projected time, and it's great to see that it's flexible and non-blocking, and it's only visible to you in Sunsama, so it doesn't show on other people's calendars. Now, if I were to add a few more tasks, you can get a better indication of what's coming up. So if I say update records, for me, that's going to take about an hour, so it got that right, and I'm going to go ahead and enter that into my list of things to do. As you can see, it's taken that one a little bit more as a priority item, and that's because I toggled it up there. But you can start to see that I've got 2 hours in total remaining time for the day, which is a really helpful indicator of how not to overload myself. So in this case, I might say, write follow-up email, and as you can see, it's really logged that as an item that is quite small. 20 minutes shouldn't take too long, but you can see here that it's given me 2 hours 20, and the indication here has gone red. Now, the reason why this indication has gone red is because it's alerting me that I'm squeezed for time already. Now, if I were to stretch out the report a little bit more, you can see that an indication comes up here. It says that only 1 hour and 25 minutes is available, and I've gone 10 minutes over. So it's already suggesting a few things. It's suggesting delay shutdown by 10 minutes, defer it to next day, or defer it to the backlog, or reduce the plan time to 1 hour 25 minutes. In that case I can, but this indication still shows up. It's showing that I'm at capacity for the day ahead. So the reason why this is helpful is because we've got that planning fallacy in place, but this sort of AI estimation and planning how much workload you can take on is a great way to indicate that. And as you can see, I can drag items up and down and actually see them change order in real time. So I've perfectly started to plan my day more effectively. So one of the other things that we typically do when we're trying to be more productive is to get into that focused state of time and to actually just zone in on one thing. Sometimes even these type of views where we have all of the tasks that we need to do on different apps and different places, it just becomes so overwhelming. So one thing you can do in Sunsama is go up here and press the enlarge area. Now this is incredibly helpful because you can zoom into the view and you can even create your own notes, which may be notes relevant to this or notes for after, whatever they may be. But if I want to, I can hover over here and see upcoming items, but without it distracting me from my task. Now I can go up here and press start and the timer is actually started for this task. Or up here I can switch to Pomodoro, which allows me to track sessions and cycles as I go across my day. So this is a really effective technique and it's nestled under something called focus inside of Sunsama. And you can press F at any time to be able to jump back to the focus state so that you can build your progress and stay present with your task management. So one of the things I think is a really underrated feature within Sunsama is this ability up here. And this is called weekly objectives. Now this is something we don't do enough, and the object of it is to be more objective about what you focus on in the week. One of the things I particularly like about Sunsama with this feature is the fact that you can plan more in a 50,000 feet view that is even in a week view and be able to just focus on what matters. So you can add an objective in here, like for example, finish report, and you can add it to a particular channel as well. Now the reason why this is helpful is because that is your goal for the week. There are loads of small things that add up to this and they may be considered as subtasks, but there are loads of things that are just going to crop up during the week that will distract you from actually doing this. So what you can do here is click on each day and dedicate a specific amount of time to it. So if I want to put 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you could start to build out your week with an objective to finish it. You can also extend it here by one last week and delete it accordingly. But this is why it's helpful, it's because it blocks out the time for you for that day ahead, and it will allow you to plan that time in. And you can see here that it comes up as more of a priority item. Because I've started this follow-up email, it's coming in as the next thing I need to work on as according to my day. And if I were to shuffle my shutdown time, it's going to be able to defer the task that I have here or defer that to the next day. So it's already trying to consider what are your priorities and how are they affecting your other priorities that you've got on your list. So one of the things I tend to do every single day is reflect on how I spent my time. This has been really helpful for me, particularly because I just want to be able to journal through stuff. And I think it's a great practice in a task management app. And this in Sunsama is how they've built out what's called their daily highlights area. So as you can see, it's taken highlights from your email that are particularly notable. And you could also break down how your day went. You can add something like how productive it was, and you can even add what you actually did in your day. And I can start writing that down there. I can also see a timeline of my day and what I worked and planned. Obviously, I didn't do 2 minutes today, I did a lot more than that. And you can even add things that are a lot more grateful on what you have planned. You can also tag in other highlights and more down here. Now, this is a preview. You can share this with other people if you want. You can even publish it to your other individuals that are working with you, but all the publish items typically go to yourself. You can share a copy or send it to somebody else, or even copy it in Markdown so you can add it to your own daily planner. But you can see that it is published only in your daily highlights area. You can also change the prompts into what you think is more suitable and make sure that the privacy settings are all in line with what you think is suitable. So when looking at Sunsama, you can see there are a variety of things that we covered there. The capture to planning and time blocking your day, as well as including things like the focus modes and the AI time estimation, as well as looking at the backlog feature and this new or relatively new reflective feature. I think it's a great way to respond around how your day went. I think this circle, this loop that you keep within yourself is actually like a meeting with yourself every day, and I think it could be a really effective technique if you've not used it. So that was an overview of Sunsama's latest features, as well as how to really use them productively. I hope that you found this helpful, whether you're using Sunsama or not, but if you aren't using Sunsama, please check it out in the link in the description below and get 14 days free. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in a future video, I'm sure. So do make sure to subscribe, comment below whether this is helpful, and I'll see you very soon. Cheerio, folks.